So they was like, your baby's heart rate dropped for 10 minutes. We're going to do an emergency C-section. Okay. Mind you, when they said that, at first I wasn't scared. And then I realized C-section means surgery. I've never had a surgery in my life at all. I got stitches here. I don't know if you can see it, but you see that little line? Yeah, I got stitches there when I was younger from punching through a glass trying to get to my older brother. But that's about it. That didn't even count as surgery. I wasn't even put out for that. All they did was numb my arm. But I started getting so scared. And it was like, when they did that, nobody was there but my mom. Because at first, my baby daddy was there. The boy I was talking to was there. My goddaughter and her parents were there. My other goddaughter and her mama came up, and my best friend, she's the mother of my goddaughter, but my best friend, her daughter, and brother came up with her, and my mom and my friend were there. Now, mind you, I think the first people to leave was my second godbaby and her parents. No, my first godbaby and her mama and her brother. The second people were my second godbaby and her parents. Then my baby daddy left because he was like, he wanted to go home and get some clothes. And then the boy I was talking to, he left. And then my friend stayed. She was about an hour after that. My friend stayed for about an hour after everybody left. And then my mom asked her, she was like, do you want to go home? Or do you want to go back to the hotel? Or what? She was like, I want to go back to the hotel. Because nobody thought I was going to have the baby. So she takes it back to the hotel. She goes home. She does some stuff. She comes back. And this all happened like not even 5 minutes after my mom got back. So when they start doing everything and start taking me back, my mom can walk with me. My mom walked with me up until a certain point. Then they had told her she has to go back to the room. So when she went back to the room, she called my baby father and told him what was going on. He ended up having to call his mother to come get him so that way they could come back to the hospital. So I'm in there, and it felt like I was in there for 20 minutes. I know I wasn't, but it felt like it. I kept, like, it was so cold. I was so tired. Like, every time I would just be ready to fall asleep, it was like they would come in there. But I got in there and I was waiting. I think I waited like 2 minutes. And I was like, can my mom come back yet? Can my mom come back yet? Because I'm so scared. I was so scared. I'm not even going to lie. I was ready to cry. I was like, y'all need to bring me my mama. I felt like I was going to have a panic attack. I didn't know what the hell to do. So they finally let my mom come in, and she noticed that in my face, like she could see the look on my face that I was freaking out and I was scared. And she starts calming me down enough so they could do the surgery. And like, I was scared for the fact that I didn't know if everything was gonna work. I didn't know if something was gonna go wrong. I was just scared. And I didn't feel them cut me open, but what I did feel was the pressure they had to put. Like, they had to put pressure right here to be able to push the baby to the bottom, because she had moved to the top. So they had to be able to push the baby to the bottom and everything. And that hurt so bad. Like, I felt the pressure and everything. And because of me having asthma, I got scared again because I couldn't breathe. They were pushing so hard. And I kept screaming, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. But it's like, at the same time, I know they can't let up because they have to get her out and they have to get the placenta out and everything. So she comes out and she's crying. She was mad. I could just tell. I could tell by the way she was crying. They put her down on the little warmer thing, and the next thing I hear, where are you going? She rolled over. Seconds old and rolls over. I'm like, oh my gosh. This video's getting long. I need to speed up. But as they close me, like if anybody who's had a C-section, they know, as they close you up, you can't really hold your baby because like this arm was tied down and this arm was free. So this arm I could hold, like this arm was like this, it was tied down like that. This arm was free, so it's like I could hold my mom's hand or whatever. So because my mom was the only one in the room, she got to hold her first. And she brings her to me. She's like, "Here's your baby girl." And I was like, "Hi, baby." You know, first words to my daughter. I love her. Oh my heart, oh my God. But my first words to my daughter. And I'm like, bruh, I'm a mother now. Like, I'm officially a mother now. It just, it shocked me. Like, every so often, it still hits me. Like, I'm a mother. I have to do this. But we get everything, we finally get everything stitched up. And they have my mom leave first. They put the baby down back in the warmer, and then they take everything off of me, move me back over to the bed to transfer me back. And when I finally got to hold her, I tell you, it was like a wave of unconditional love that I've never felt before. It was just amazing. So they go back to the room, and my baby father and his mother are in there with my mom, and they're just waiting to meet her. Now, the thing was, when she came out, her temperature was 100 degrees. So they had me try and feed her once. She ate a little bit, and then it was like they didn't want her to eat too much because it's like they didn't want her body temperature to raise more. So they made it to where she couldn't eat. For like the first 5 hours of her life, she couldn't eat, really, after that first initial time. So my baby daddy, he's there, and my friend Brene actually came up. She came back up. That's the mother of my second god baby. She came back up, and she was there too. And it was like I was holding her, and I didn't want to give her up. I was just like, this is my baby. I want to hold her. I carried her for 9 months. Let me have my moment. But I ended up having to give her up so that way my baby daddy could hold her, and that so his mom could hold her and stuff. And then his mom left because by the time I actually got out of there, because I had her at 2:40 in the morning. By the time I actually got out of there, the buses had started running. So I was in there for a while, because the buses don't really start running until 5. So then my baby daddy had left, and my baby daddy and the mother of my godchild, my second godchild, they both left at the same time, or whatever. And it was just, it was just me and my mom, and I think it was like 6 at that time. So when they told me they were gonna move me upstairs, so I get moved upstairs, and the doctors kept telling me not to sleep with her, but I noticed that when I would hold her and we would do skin to skin and stuff, it would bring her temperature down. So what I did was I never put her down. I'm regretting it, never putting her down, because now she always wants to be with me. I'm not, okay, I shouldn't say regret it because I don't regret it. I love that she's under me, but I feel like I probably shouldn't have held her as much. But anyways, I was holding her, I would fall asleep with her, and the doctors would come in, and it would be like, I'd wake up instantly, because I didn't want them to take her off of me. Like, I had her right here, and I'd be asleep, and it'd just be that. So, I was just it. Everybody came up the next day, and it was just, like, it was just a happy moment. I think I left on the 8th, so I could spend the last night. My friend was down here, because she lives in Maryland. So I left on the 8th so I could spend my last night with her, last night in the hotel with her. And then the dude I was talking to, he was with me. Now, the day I left, a lot of drama happened. I don't really want to get into it because it's like, it was just bull. I don't want to talk about it. I'm done talking about it. Y'all don't know, but if you know me and you know everything that happened, cool. But a lot of drama happened that day, and it happened from the time I left the hospital to the time I like passed when I was back at the hotel and my mom had left. So now it's like, oh my God, I'm by myself with the baby. Luckily, I had my friend and the dude I was talking to with me. It was just, it was nice because I was in pain because they had gave me Percocets, but I couldn't get my Percocets for me to take at home until the next day. Because I think I came home on like a Sunday, so I couldn't get it that day. So that night I was in pain and I was just like, I can't. I was crying. I was just like, oh my God. It hurt to sit, it hurt to stand, it hurt to laugh, it hurt to cry. I couldn't do anything but just be there. I had to be calm about everything. It hurt so damn bad. But yeah. So, and mind you, the dude I was talking to, he had to go to work in the morning. So he stayed with me there and helped me with her until about 4 or 5 in the morning, and then we got him an Uber back to his house so he could go home, wash, change, go to work. Then that next morning, then later that morning actually, we checked out, whatever. She finally came home, and it was cool. We took my friend to the bus station and came back, and it was just like, I have to do this on my own. This is my life now. Like, I had to really come to a big realization when I finally got home, and it's just, I realized I had been slacking on what I thought I had to do. Like, I was like, oh, I got time to do this. I got time. No, I don't have time. I have to do things. So, yeah. That's pretty much everything. I mean, not really much happened after that. Just the regular, like, raising her. She's now actually 5 months, and she's just my world. I love her. She's a little mean though. Like, she beat me up earlier. That wasn't very fun. But it was still funny because she would like hit me and then she'd smile and laugh. And I'm like, that's not funny. So I can tell she's going to be a fighter. But I kind of already knew that. But yeah. This is my video. Y'all just witnessed, like, I just caught y'all up pretty much from the time I left off to right after my baby. Well, pretty much now because nothing else has really happened. Besides the fact that I got fired from Buffalo Wild Wings and I got another job. So, yeah, that's pretty much my life. But I will start doing videos more often. I do have my editing software back, so this should be going up soon. It's now 3:04. Oh my God. Video long. But yeah. Like, if y'all have any questions or anything, like anything I didn't talk about that I mentioned, y'all can just comment below. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah, that's me. Bye, you guys.